Welcome back, everyone. Well, it is a lovely afternoon. The sun is out, starting to get a little bit warmer, so starting to think a little bit about spring and spring camping. I hope you all have really enjoyed some of my winter camping adventures this year. It's certainly been lots of fun with lots of challenges, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was a really, really wonderful winter for camping, and now just thinking more towards spring. So today I wanted to make with you a cereal type thing for camping. I really don't enjoy oatmeal on camping trips. Sometimes a lot of the prepared oatmeals you get, they're flavorful but really sugary, and they just don't agree with me. So today I wanted to make a really nutritious cereal that you could bring on your camping trips, and you could also use it, for example, sprinkled on salads or in smoothies at home and things like that. So let's get into it. So a little while ago, I discovered a little cereal called Holy Crap. It's a Canadian company. I've been trying to buy Canadian lately, and it's a really delicious super seed blend. And I thought, it's lovely, but it does get expensive in the long run if you are, packing it on camping trips and things like that. So I kind of wanted to make a duplicate of it that I could get all the ingredients a little bit less expensive, which is all very important these days, and that I could kind of make up a bunch of these mixes for camping trips. So I headed to my local stores and I picked up some items. So the mainstay of this sort of super seed breakfast cereal that you can make for yourself is chia seeds. So this is what they look like. They're these little tiny seeds, and when you add moisture to them, they tend to kind of swell up and get kind of like a little coating on the outside. So they're a really good fiber source. They're high in antioxidants, they reduce inflammation, and they are a really good, healthy fiber source for you. There's a lot of young people these days that are getting colon cancer, and really important to have fiber in your diet to help prevent things like colon cancer. So chia seeds will be the mainstay of this little super seed mix. A few other ingredients that we'll be needing are buckwheat. So I've got Bob's Red Mill buckwheat, but you can kind of get from whoever you want it from. This is a gluten-free, kind of like a pseudo cereal, very mostly carbohydrates, but there is some protein in there. It's high in rutin, which is helpful for reducing inflammation in the body, and it's sort of low to moderate on the glycemic index. So it's really helpful. The kind of carbs are in here helpful for regulating blood sugar a little bit better. So we'll add some buckwheat in our mix. The other thing we're going to add is hulled hemp seeds. So this is like the central part of, like the inside part of a hemp seed. So these are very nutritious, high in protein, good fibers, really good omega-3 and omega-6s in here to reduce inflammation, going to help your skin, your brain, all these good things. So those are the mainstays of the cereal that I'm going to be making. And then basically I want to add some fruit to it. And the cereal that I had bought from the store, there was like blueberries and things like that. So I'm going to find some cranberries. Also at our local dollar store, it's pretty awesome. They do have these all natural freeze-dried fruits. So there's like apples and bananas, and these are peaches. So I'm thinking I could kind of put a little bit of that in the mix. And of course, if you want to add a little bit of interesting flavor, you can add some cinnamon. So I do have some cinnamon, but you can feel free to add whatever you'd like, the amount that you'd like to this. You really can make it your own, when you're not buying it sort of commercially premixed, you can kind of adjust, the ratios of these things to your liking. And a while ago when I did the camping trip across the Gaspésie, I ended up buying these little Mylar food bags. So you can, when you open them up, they're kind of clear on the front and they have the Mylar metallic back on them. You can seal them like a Ziploc, and then you can heat seal them as well. So if you're not going to use, this stuff right away, you can kind of tuck it away, and you can make multiple little meal packs for your trips, for example. All right, let's get started. Now keep in mind, I'm doing things the way I want the ratios to be. You can do this completely how you want to do it. So first off, I'm going to take my Pyrex measuring cup, and I'm going to put in about 1.5 cups of chia seeds. I'll put that in my cute little bowl here. Reminds me of spring with all the bees and the flowers and everything like that. It's got kind of a honeycomb pattern. I love it. I'm gonna put that in there. Start with, well, I'm gonna try 3/4 cup of the buckwheat. Now I should say that this is a completely gluten-free cereal mix. So if you're wanting that is Very good for you. All right, so we're gonna go 3/4 of a cup. The buckwheat. Buckwheat is a grain, so this is not grain-free per se, but, oh, that's half a cup. Let's add more. That's about right. We'll add that in there. And then I think I am going to do same thing in terms of the hemp seeds. I'll do 3/4 of a cup. Now this is not light on the calories, I should say, but it is very good for you. I mean, you don't need to eat a whole lot of it to get a fair bit of calories, which is another good thing to have on your trips. Lightweight, good calories, good nutrition. So I'm gonna put that in there. Next, I'll take my cinnamon and my spork. And I don't know, maybe I'll put like a teaspoon. Maybe I'll put a teaspoon in there. You can always adjust that. If you don't like that much, don't put that much in. And then I'm just gonna mix this up, see if I'm happy with how it looks. It's delicious. This is gonna last a long time. There's a lot of calories in there. Perfect. Let's have a look at that. That looks so good. And I'll show you what happens to it when we add water to it, okay? This looks like bird food, but it is really good. So next we're gonna add in some of the peaches, because you can add in whatever you want. Now, because these are freeze-dried, you'll see that there, you can kind of break them up into little pieces. So I'm just gonna kind of break it up in there. They will rehydrate when we're gonna, this is something that you can either sprinkle on salads, sprinkle on whatever you want for nutrition, but if you're not with a cereal, you're gonna have to add water to this, boiling water. Well, it doesn't have to be boiling. I mean, you can make it overnight or whatever. All right, so now we just mix that in there. And then I'm gonna add in some of the cranberries. Now there's a little bit of sugar on these cranberries, but you don't have to buy them sugared. I mean, you could go foraging and get your own blueberries or whatever you want, raspberries, strawberries. Just gonna mix that in there and stir it all around. Whoops. Add a little bit more. Oh, this looks really good. So once you're happy with it all mixed up, then you can kind of portion it out into your little storage bags and keep it in a cool, dried area. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. I mean, ideally to preserve it, you should, but honestly, I go through this so fast and don't have to worry too much about keeping it in the fridge. Now I think I'm gonna add a little bit more cinnamon. Just had a quick little smell of it there off camera, and I think I need a bit more. Just gonna add in another little teaspoon in there. I mean, if you make a new batch, you can do whatever you want. You can even put apples in here, make apples and cinnamon. They do have those at Dollarama as well. Now it looks like some of the cranberries, because they're a little sticky, have picked up some of the cinnamon. That's okay. When it rehydrates, it'll all distribute. No, that's much better. All right, let's pop this in our bags, and I'm going to show you what this looks like when we rehydrate it. I only made a slight mess here. I'm going to show you, I've got these new cotton paper towels, as it were. You can buy them, so you don't have to buy paper towel all the time, because paper products are getting pretty expensive and costly to the environment. So I just use these and then I wash them when I'm done. Getting my breakfast ready here. Look at my little mug, isn't this cute? This is what I feel like right now, the robin getting ready for spring. So with that mix, I've made 2 bags of the cereal. So let's break into one of them and see what it tastes like. So you really only need to make a few tablespoonfuls rather, to make a delicious breakfast. So about 3 tablespoons there. All right, now we just add a little bit of hot water. You can add as much to your liking as you want, but just remember that chia will absorb a lot of this water, as will the freeze-dried fruit. Just kind of add a little bit there. You can always add a little bit more fluid. I usually let it sit for about 5-10 minutes and you'll watch the magic happen. Definitely smell that cinnamon. So it'll start getting thicker. The longer you leave it, the thicker it'll get as the chia seeds kind of fill up with fluid there. So just kind of like rehydrating, camp food. You can also just sort of rehydrate this in one of those little foil bags as well. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. You can see it's hydrated. So let's take a look at the consistency here. Yeah, see, it's kind of like, it's like a porridge consistency without eating oatmeal, because I just don't like oatmeal. So yep, all the The dehydrated fruit, the freeze-dried fruit is rehydrated. You can add more water to this if you want. The chia can actually absorb a fair amount. What I like to do, I'm at home right now, I'm just gonna add a little bit of milk. On the trail, you can mix up some skim milk powder and add that to there for your calcium. I should say yes, I do like my porridge-like cereals really runny. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I should say there's a lot of good vitamins in here and minerals. I mean, this is high in iron. This is just a really healthy meal for you on the trail. And I know it keeps you regular, keeps your blood sugars kind of stable and things like that. And like I said, it's high calorie. Like that little bowl there, I mean, it's over 300 calories easy for just about 3 tablespoons. It's probably 300-400 once you add the milk and stuff. So it's lightweight, portable, and extremely healthy. Let's give it a try though. I'll try not to dump this all over my lap. That's good. I'm glad I added that extra cinnamon for this batch. Very good. I might do apples next time too. But very good. The buckwheat and the hemp are a little bit crunchy. Certainly you can add more water if you want really things to kind of absorb and feel a little bit more gummy. But I actually like a bit of the crunch in there with the porridge-like texture of the chia. Those little bites of fruit, delicious. So guys, this is my new breakfast plan for my trips. Very portable, delicious. It keeps really well too. Honestly, I've kept one of those little bags out of the fridge for a week. There's no issue with it. You know, I mean, if you're worried about it, you could certainly, you know, pack them up, vacuum seal them, and cold store them until you're ready for your camping season. It is cheaper if you're going to make this kind of a breakfast cereal or super seed mix to just buy all the ingredients separate and mix it to how you want it. Versus sometimes having someone else make it for you. Although it's awesome, support Canadian, support that company. They're really good. They got me onto something that I never knew I liked. So here we are. So yeah, what do you guys like for breakfast when you guys go camping? Would you like to see me do any more, experiment with more backpacking camping meals? Let me know down below in the comments. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.